your first and last name, please?
Desarai Jackson.
And how do you spell your first name and last name?
Desarai, last name Jackson, Jackson.
And tell me what happened.
Standing outside Punch Bowl Social. Just happened to be looking down the street, saw this car at the intersection, and the other vehicle came at a very high speed and moment of impact. I just happened to look up and saw the moment of impact. I don't know who was in what lane, but this vehicle was traveling very fast. My friends and I went to respond to the scene because we heard the impact and saw that people needed attention, and we called 911 and just tried to stay by them until everybody was responded to safely. The other vehicle, everybody was exited out of that vehicle, so we don't know who was driving or who was involved. But that person in the other vehicle was definitely the person involved who caused this accident. Because they were traveling at a very high rate of speed. I'm saying at 80, maybe 100 miles an hour. They were going. It was a blur. I saw that car just go, and we heard the impact, and just came running down to see if anybody needed help, how we can help. This is very, very scary, and I hope that.
Sound?
Yeah, it was a very loud, just a loud impact. We heard a screech and then just the boom. I didn't hear any brakes or anything. We just heard the collision and the metal crashing. You can hear the metal crashing.
Not something you expected tonight.
Not at all.
How do you feel seeing something like that?
Traumatic, because I had an incident myself recently, and just it's very traumatic to see anybody injured. We thought the person was deceased at first because they were laying there almost lifeless, and my friend, luckily, she was on the phone with 911 talking to the operators, and I went to check on the other vehicle because we were always more concerned on this vehicle. We wanted to make sure that everybody was okay.
Did the firefighters have to extricate somebody out of this car?
I believe so. Yeah. I didn't get to see the extrication because we walked away to let everybody do their job, but I came back to get my statement to try and help whoever was involved in the accident.
You know how many passengers?
There was 3 passengers in this vehicle, and I believe multiple passengers in the other. I can't confirm because nobody was in that vehicle when I actually walked up to it, but there was a young gentleman laying on the ground who seemed like he was involved in the accident. He said he was not the driver, but him, and there was another man who looks like he was arrested, was in that same area, and I don't know if he was the driver or what.
And the ones that were here, were they all 3 adult males?
I believe, yeah.
Do you have any other questions?
Do you have any questions?
No, I'm good.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Just for the record, name and spelling, sir.
Officer Anthony Carrasco. Last name is Carrasco. Police Officer, San Diego Police Department.
What do we have your chance, sir?
Tonight at around 8:12 p.m., we responded to a radio call for a traffic collision here at the intersection of 15th and F. When we got on the scene, we found 2 vehicles that sustained very, very major damage. It sounds like a Subaru Forester was going southbound on 15th. It entered the intersection here with F, and it was broadsided by a Kia Optima. There was passengers in both the Kia Optima and the Subaru. Then the Optima continued westbound along F, and then it impacted a red Ford F-150, and there was somebody sitting in the driver's seat of that, but that one was parked. Everybody was injured except for the person that we believe to be the driver of the Subaru. That driver of the Subaru has been placed under arrest for suspicion of correction. It was the driver of the Optima. The driver of the Optima has been placed under arrest for suspicion of driving under the influence. He's on his way to our headquarters to give a chemical sample, either blood or breath. The most severe injury that we have is critical. We believe it to be critical. That means that they're life-threatening injuries. They're currently on a ventilator, and we don't know if they're going to survive the night.
Just so that I have the facts straight, can you break down passengers in each vehicle and injuries to those people just real quick?
I wish I could. We still don't have a full list yet. There are some people that are at hospitals that don't have officers there yet, so we don't have a full list. But I know that the injuries range from life-threatening to minor.
So we don't know a total number of victims at this point?
We believe right now that there are 4 people that were injured, but that number could change. But that's what we believe with what we know right now.
In the car behind you, how many of the victims were in that car that you believe at this point?
I believe there were at least 2 in the Subaru. That's the one that's behind me.
Okay, and the car down the block, we think there were 2 in that vehicle as well?
Correct. And then there was the person that was sleeping in there. Their Ford F-150, and so we have a total of 5 people involved. But we're still investigating, and that number could change. There was a very hectic scene.
I saw numerous. I think I saw the guy blow 3 times into the breathalyzer machine, and then be placed in handcuffs. So suspicion of DUI at this point.
Yeah, suspicion of DUI. To be frank, those preliminary alcohol screening devices are very, very sensitive, and it gave us an error code on the first one. So if it has any hesitancy or it detects any interference, it could be from electronics or something in the breath. It won't give us a readout. So the first one errored, and then it gave us 2 more.
If you have something.
Just the direction of travel of both vehicles?
So the Subaru was southbound, and then the Kia Optima was westbound.
So they came to a stop, proceeded through. There's no stop on the east to west, correct? So this guy is just coming through and then T-boned him, basically?
Yeah, we're saying broadsided.
Broadsided?
Yeah, there's still a lot of unknowns. Whether we're still looking at, we don't know if the person stopped first. We're still trying to find eyewitnesses to place drivers behind the wheel to make sure to find seat positions. There's still a lot of facts that we don't know, and hopefully the watch commander's log will be a little bit more clear in the morning.
Any indication of speed or braking or any physical evidence on scene that can help you with your investigation?
I believe this to be a very high-speed crash, and this section of roadway is actually a continuation of State Route 94. So it's very easy to come off the freeway and maintain that speed coming into downtown. We just don't know those speeds yet. We're going to look at the tire marks on the road, and we're going to read the black boxes that are inside the cars to get a little bit more information about those speeds. But at this point, with what we know right now, I don't have any of those numbers for you.
Is there anything you can tell me about the victims you believe, at least 4 at this point, male, female, age ranges, anything?
I don't have it.
I know there's a SIG alert. Do we know roughly it could be, 4 or 5 hours from now for the reopen? It's a main thoroughway.
Due to the severity of the injuries and then the criminal element of this being DUI related, we're calling out detectives and investigators. So it could be, I think that you're right, at least 5 hours this is expected to be closed.
So there's no fatality on the scene. Everybody was transported and receiving medical attention at this point?
Correct, yeah. They went to UCSD and Scripps Mercy.
Can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
Is there anything we're missing or anything you want to talk about?
No, I wish I had more specifics for you guys. So I appreciate you guys being
here. You want to talk about I've seen people come flying off the freeway and through here. It's can be a very dangerous spot if you're not paying attention. I don't know if you want to talk to that a little bit.
It's very easy to not realize your speed after coming off the freeway, even though you think that, I've decelerated a lot from being freeway speeds. You have to think that the speed limit down here is 25 miles an hour. This is the downtown area. There's lots of pedestrians that are walking around, so it is inherently, you have to make a conscious effort to pay attention and really reduce that speed.
So once you hit that intersection, the speed limit is 25?
Correct, yeah, all of downtown is 25.
Okay, so people are coming off that section a lot of times doing 80 miles an hour.
The speed limit on California freeways is usually 65, but we all know that the general speed that people actually go on the freeways is a lot higher than that. So it's just one of those things that we need to, it's a good reminder for everyone, me and you, that we need to pay attention to our speeds when we come into these downtown areas.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time.